Welcome back, beautiful people. It's Coach Andrew, and today I'm coming at you for day 5 of the greatest beginner guide to running that I could think of. So this is day 5. Today we're going to cover how to get through the long run. The long run is arguably one of the hardest mental training days that you will see in a training plan. Most training plans incorporate some run. I define the long run as any run that is over 60 minutes, at least in beginner training plans. That's typically how it's done. In more advanced training plans, they will go anything over 90 minutes is considered a long run. But for the purpose of this video, we're going to go from 60 to 90 minutes because this is a beginner training plan. So, they're one of the most tedious parts of running. There's no getting around that. A lot of people will get bored. A lot of people will ask me, how do I get through it? And it's more on the mental side than the physical side. Yes, your physical body can get very tired as you go longer and longer, but a lot of times, at least in this training, you will have an easy long run and it can just get boring. So, how do we get through it? Well, I said it in my last video, I'll say it again, and I'll continue to say it. Run with someone. This is my favorite thing. It's literally the easiest way to get this long run done in your training. And so, if I'm gonna long run with someone, and they can't join me for the whole run, I at least want to run the last part of it with them. The first 30 minutes is the easiest mental thing to get through in the long run. It's the last 30 that gets really tedious, really long. You've been out there for a long time. And so, get in those miles before and then join them for their easy run. If they can't run, maybe ask them if they want to bike. That can be helpful because they can also carry some liquid like water and some food for you if you get hungry on the long run. And then finally, it gives you someone to talk with. Having someone to share that mental load with and talk to during the run can be really good for you. And it also gives you a really good, it gives you someone to share the mental strain of being out there for a long time with. So that can be really helpful. Alrighty, second tip to get through the long run. We want to split the run into thirds. I find this works best because if you're doing a long run between 60 minutes and 90 minutes, then you're going to be able to, those thirds are every 20 to 30 minutes, which is a typical easy run. So you're thinking of it as, 3 easy runs back to back to back. And so if you want to, you can also take breaks during the long run. You don't need to, but I find it also helps if every third you take a break, you get some water. Another tip for this is, find, 1 or 2 loops around your house that are about 20 to 30 minutes. You do a loop, come back to your house, get some water, maybe get some carbs, and then go back out and do that loop again or do a different loop again. I just find that breaking up that long run like that really helps, especially in the beginning stages of a training plan. And then third, I would bring my phone, iPod. I know people don't listen to iPods anymore, but if you can bring your phone, listen to a podcast, and then bring a snack, that can also help, especially if you're training for a half marathon or above. It helps you get used to the feeling of consuming calories during your running, which I will get to in a later point for longer races. But getting used to consuming calories during running is a good thing. It can help you with digestive tract problems and in your races, in your training, and it can also help you replenish yourself while actually doing the activity, which is good for you. And then listening to a music or a podcast if you're running alone can really help, again, the mental side. It's like talking to someone, although you don't get to talk, you're just listening. And so I find that it helps if I'm going by myself to just really get out there and do something that feels productive while running. Running feels productive already, but getting some knowledge or getting some artistic culture in your run can really help, which is the music portion of it. Yeah, and so I wouldn't do the music or the podcast on a shorter run, but I would do it for longer runs. The reason I wouldn't do it on a shorter run in a workout is because we also want to be able to sit alone with our thoughts, because a lot of times that's how you're gonna race. If you're really, really going after it, you're probably not gonna run with music, because that can hinder the mental push. And so my final thoughts are, after your long run, you want to reward yourself with a treat, because you just did something that you don't do every day. You only do it, once a week, once every 2 weeks, and so you worked really hard. It's typically on a weekend, so treat yourself. Get yourself, some ice cream. Get yourself a waffle or something if you don't have those every day. Do something to, get yourself a sweet treat. You lose a lot of calories during the long run. You lose a lot of sugar and fuel storage, and so it can be good to actually, have a little bit of a snack or a treat after. So that's my final thoughts and what I do after a long run every week. I feel like it's really good and really helps the mental side of running. Running's hard as it is. There's no reason to deprive yourself and make it mentally harder after that. So good luck on your long run. I wish you guys the best. If you have any questions, certainly reach out to me, DM me, and happy running.